Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a really interesting flashlight from Thrunite. This is the Thrunite Archer Pro S, and this is actually a collaboration between Thrunite and 704 Tactical. 704 Tactical is a primarily firearms channel here on YouTube, so they went ahead and collaborated with Thrunite to come out with this model here. And I am a big fan of the Archer series from Thrunite, especially their smaller size flashlights. I think they do a really awesome job in putting some really good features into a smaller package flashlight. And this one right here is probably one of the best yet, in my opinion. I really like what they did with the UI for this one. It's pretty easy to follow, but you get a lot of bang for your buck. So again, this is the Archer Pro S, collaboration with Thrunite and 704 Tactical. Before I get started, the only accessory that you have is the USB cable here. This is a USB to USB-C recharging cable that you're going to use to recharge the flashlight. And then obviously this is the box that it comes with. I just wanted to go ahead and show that to you guys. And so here it is. So this is probably the form factor of flashlight that I like the most. This not too small, not too big, just fits right in the palm of my hand size flashlights. I tend to like my EDC carry to be a little bit on the smaller side. So when I saw the output that this was putting out for the size as it is, I definitely wanted to check it out. And I want to thank Thrunite for sending it out so I can check it out for myself. Taking a look at the light itself, it's got some really interesting stylings. You have these little holes at the top right here, which again, they're not used for anything specific, but it just makes the light look really cool. Again, because this is a collaboration, you have that 704 right there. And then on the opposite side, you have the 704 as well. But right on top of that, you have this little LED light, which is going to give you a battery indicator as far as how your battery is doing. That is really cool because it's right there, front and center. You have some really nice knurling on the body of the flashlight here. You're able to grip it very nicely, even though it is a little bit on the smaller side. You have a reversible clip here, or a what they call a reverse S clip. So what that means is that you can actually clip this with head down inside of your pocket, or you can use the top portion right here and clip this on the brim of a hat if you wanted to go hands-free and use this to kind of work on something in the dark or something like that. In the back right here, you do have a tail cap switch, which is what you're going to use to activate the light and kind of cycle through the different modes. It is a metallic tail cap switch also, which is nice, as opposed to like a rubber tail cap, because it just feels better. But if you can see, it is not rounded. I'm hoping you can see that. There's like a little bit of a flat surface right in the middle there, and it feels really nice when you're activating it while using your thumb. Again, this is on the smaller side. Putting it here on my mat, you're looking at a little over 3.5 inches, so 1, 2, 3, just a bit over 3.5 inches. So again, perfect for EDC carry, especially because of the output that you're going to get from this light. This has a turbo output, which is the max output on the light of 1,459 lumens. That's way over 1,000 lumens, which is what normally you would get from most flashlights nowadays. You're getting 1459 lumens. I don't know why they get that weird kind of number. I'm such a big stickler for like round numbers, but again, 1459 on turbo, and that's actually going to be good for 50 seconds. And then obviously the light will then step down to preserve battery life, and so it doesn't overheat, to 645 lumens, and that's going to be good for 88 minutes. So again, 1459 lumens out of this flashlight that's just a bit over 3.5 inches is really awesome, especially for majority. I mean, the majority of EDC tasks. That is definitely going to be more than enough. But besides that, you do have instead of having different modes, different outputs, what this flashlight will do is it'll actually give you an infinity mode, which means that it'll cycle through like a high mode and then a low mode, and then it's up to you, the user, to kind of stop in the middle or somewhere around the line to where it is of how much output you want to have on that. So that is really cool because, again, you're not preset to a certain amount of output or a certain amount of lumens that the Thrunite decided that that's what you were going to get. So I like the fact that you can just stop it wherever you want to have as much light as you want. Besides that, you also get a Firefly mode. Firefly mode is 0.47 lumens. Again, it's kind of interesting with these weird numbers, but 0.47 lumens, but that's going to be good for 17.5 days. So if you definitely want to preserve battery life, and you just need just enough light to light up a small little area, maybe inside of a tent or something like that, that firefly mode is going to come in very, very handy. And then you also have a strobe mode. Strobe is going to be 1,400 lumens, so almost that turbo lumen output, and that's going to be good for 35 minutes. So as you can see, this little light right here is going to give you so many options and such a small form factor, such a small package. Now, the light is able to actually be locked out, and basically all you have to do is press and hold the tail cap, and then it'll it'll either lock or unlock the light itself. From the factory, it does come locked. So I know a lot of times people, what they tend to do is they want to unscrew it and maybe see if there's like a little seal or something that's preventing the battery from making contact. You are not going to have access to the battery on this flashlight because, again, it is a rechargeable battery. So just know that when you get it, if for some reason it's not turning on, it's probably on lockout mode, and you just have to press and hold the tail cap switch to unlock it, and what will happen is it'll go into firefly mode. Now, in order to recharge the battery, all you have to do is unscrew the head, and as you guys can see right there, you will be greeted with your USB-C port where you can go ahead and connect the USB-C charger that came with it and charge the flashlight up. Now you do have an O-ring right there, which is going to seal this so that way no dust or water or anything like that gets in there. It's going to be nice and tight, and you are ready to go. So going through some of the modes, first things first, if you did want to access that firefly mode from the off position, all you have to do is press and hold. And as you guys can see right there, the light comes on. Again, it is 0.47 lumens, but you know, it's going to give you that prolonged battery life because it's such a small output. And then you can go press the button and then turn it off. Now, if you go ahead and turn the flashlight on by just clicking the tail cap switch once, it'll come on in whatever the last mode that you left it on, with the exception of Firefly, Turbo, or Strobe. So again, anywhere in between that infinity loop is where you're gonna the flashlight will come on. So right now, I believe I have it in the lowest infinity setting. So in order to go ahead and cycle through that, basically all you have to do is press and hold when the flashlight is on. You press and hold the tail cap switch, and then once you get to the lowest mode, it'll actually blink, as you guys saw this. So you are at the lowest of the infinity loop there. So if you press and hold, it'll now start ramping up, ramping up, ramping up. And then when you get to the infinity high, it'll blink to let you know you are at infinity high. Now, infinity high, which is the highest output that you're going to get, base output is going to be 673 lumens. And then infinity low, which again is going to be the lowest output besides that Firefly, is going to be 15 lumens. So again, it's up to you to basically put it at whatever output you want. So if you want to keep it at the high, or if not, just press and hold, and then it'll start ramping down, as you guys see there. And then you can actually just let go and stop anywhere in the middle and leave it on there. Now, obviously, the drawback is you won't know exactly how many lumens is out there, but you know it's anywhere from 15 to 673. What I would probably recommend and what I would do is, instead of keeping it in the highest output, is keeping it in the lowest output. For me, that works perfectly, 15 lumens, so I can keep that. 15 lumens is enough to, to kind of look down if I drop my keys or something like that. And the reason for it is because you can actually double click and get right into the turbo. So if you're the type of person that really likes that really high output, you always use your turbo, so you can just double click and it'll get you straight into that turbo, which is again 1459 lumens, and you are good to go. Once you turn it off, if you go ahead and turn it back on, it's going to turn on in that low mode that I left it at, which is the 15 lumens. Now, as I mentioned, you also do have strobe on this. So in order to access the strobe, you just click on it 3 times. Now, quick strobe warning. So just to let you know, so 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and that'll get you to strobe. Again, it's a little bit disorienting, but it's always good to have that feature on a small little flashlight like this as well. Now, this is obviously a light that you can use for a lot of different things. My primary use with this would be for EDC purposes. I don't foresee myself using it outdoors, walking around and in the woods or something like that, even though you could, because again, it's you have more than enough of the features that you would do this. But, for walking around inside of the house, maybe in the backyard or maybe outside walking the dog or something like that, this is perfect. But obviously for EDC carry, you can drop this into your pocket and not have to worry about it. It weighs next to nothing, thanks to that really strong aircraft grade aluminum that these flashlights are made out of. And it is a great deal. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and leave a link below in case you guys are interested in picking this flashlight up. You can go ahead and use that link and pick one up for yourself. I believe it's available in a couple of the colors. I don't know if the 704 tactical one is available in the different colors. I know it comes in this black, but I know the light itself, the Archer Pro S, is available in a couple other colors as well. One last thing I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. I spoke about that LED. So if I go ahead and turn the light on, as you guys can see, there's a nice bright blue light there, and it is letting me know that I have enough battery for whatever it is that I need to do. So I think all in all, the Archer Pro S, whether it's the regular one or the 704 tactical, it's a great option. As I mentioned, Thrunite is doing a really awesome job with their Archer line, especially the smaller ones like this one here. And I would definitely recommend you guys pick one up for your EDC because you cannot go wrong with this one. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.